Take a deep breath in. Reach way up. Exhale. And again, take a deep breath up. Exhaling in. Focus in on what you're going to be doing. We're going to try and do this in about a 12, 13, 14-minute video. Take you through a quick little workout that you can do when you only have about 15 minutes of time. One more big breath up. All right, exhale, swan dive down. Step back with your right, left. Starting with sun salutations, you're going to go into high plank, lower down, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, and walk it in. Spread the toes, big breath up. Exhale, swan dive down. Step back, high plank, lower down, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Keep that breath flowing. Walk it in. Big breath up. Little back bend, arms straight, palms facing. Back to center. Swan dive down. Step back. High plank. Wrists underneath the shoulders. Arms straight but not locked. Lower down to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Back as flat as possible. Walk it in. Big breath up. Do another little back bend. Bring it back to center. Swan dive down. Step back. High plank. Now remember, you can go to your knees if you need to for that high plank, and also going down into chaturanga. Do your best to keep your elbows over your wrists. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Walk it in. Big breath up. Exhale. Swan dive down. Step back with the right and the left. Now hold yourself in high plank, knees or toes. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down to chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. And downward facing dog. Hips up, back as flat as possible. Exhale. And walk it in, keeping your legs as straight as possible. Big breath up. Exhale, swan dive down. Step back. High plank. Knees or toes. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down to chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. And again, back as flat as possible. Try and pull the chest closer to the legs. Inhale. And exhale. Walk it in, legs as straight as possible. And then bend, big breath up. Exhale. Big breath up. Swan dive. Step back and we're going to go into modified warrior. So bringing yourself up, front leg is bent as much as possible. Back leg as straight as possible. Bring your hands into heart center. Now pull that back knee in and down, arms up. And then lift and lower. Lift. Remember to go continuously without stopping at the top or the bottom. And it really helps to pick a spot to stare at your drishti to hold your balance better. Holding it low, bring those arms in, extend that back leg, and pull your elbow across as best you can. Now you can look back past the elbow or the shoulder, or you can pick a spot across the way on the wall. You may even choose to look at a spot on the floor. Focus on that spot, concentrate, and breathe. Bring yourself back to center, shoulders up, arms down, and big step ahead, big breath up. Exhale, swan dive down, step back, modified warrior. Hands come in, pull that back knee in as best you can and drop down. Hands up, straight and strong, and then lift and lower, and lift and lower. Keep your eyes on that spot. It's going to help you with your balance. Take it down, pull that knee in, bring the hands to heart center, extend the back leg as best you can, and take yourself across that opposite thigh. And again, pick that spot which helps you stay a little bit more balanced. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Bring yourself back to center. Hands down, big step ahead, big breath up. Exhale, swan dive down. Step back with your right. Lining up those heels, take yourself to warrior one. Remember, do your best to keep those hips as square as possible to the front. Same with the shoulders. If you can't keep your arms straight up beside your ears, bring them out front or even back into heart center. Low as you can. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Hands come up, around, and take yourself into warrior two. Hips and shoulders as square to the side of the mat as possible. And then extend that front leg. Lean forward and take yourself down into triangle. Now again, remembering for you, that may look like this. It depends on your range of motion. And again, this arm, the more you lift it up, greater chance that you're going to turn back. So take it to the position that works best for you. Twisted triangle. Again, do your best to twist through the torso, not just through the shoulder area. Inhale, exhale, legs straight, back flat, twisting as much as you can. Back to the center, big step ahead, big breath up. Exhale, swan dive down, step back, heels lined up, and once again up into warrior one. Hips as square as possible. Again, you might want to use your hands there to assist. Hands in front. outright or up. But again, do your best to keep them beside the ears, not here. If you can hold this for a moment and then it becomes too intense and you slack off, take it back down to here until you're ready to go a little higher. Remember to push into both legs, not just into that front leg and not leaning forward. Shoulders over your hips. Take those arms up, out, and into warrior two. And again, do your best, hips and shoulders square to that front mat. Side mat. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Extend that front leg, reach as far forward as you can, and then down into triangle. Shoulders stacked, one above the other. Arm way up if you can. Again, if you find that as you raise it up, this happens, then bring it back down to where it works for you to keep those shoulders one above the other. One more breath in. Exhale. Twisted triangle. Legs stay straight, back flat. Twist through the torso as much as possible. And then fold as forward as you can. And again, try and get that twist going through the mid section rather than just the upper section of the torso. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring yourself back to center. Big step ahead. Big breath up. Walk it out if you'd like. Big breath again. Exhale, swan dive down. We're going to go into Vinyasa flow. Step back right and left. Start in high plank. 3 push-ups. Down into chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Flat spine, legs as straight as possible. Pick up that right leg. Bring that knee under. And into warrior two. Reverse. Reach for the front. Reverse. Reach for the front. Reach way up. And bring those hands down. Plank. 3 more push-ups. 1, 2, 3. Down into chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pick up that left leg. Bring it in and through. Heel down. Windmill to warrior two. Reverse. Reach for the front. Reverse. Reach for the front. Reach way up. Bring those hands down. Step ahead. Big breath up. Exhale. Big breath up again. Exhale. Now pardon my timer, I put that on there so I know if I'd end in time because I wanted to keep this within 15 minutes. Happy yoga practicing.